Good people? It is your boy, Nick Crenshaw, and I'm coming to you with another episode of What That Walk Like. So, let me start this out by saying, y'all nasty. Y'all nasty. It is what it is. Y'all nasty. Today we are going to be talking about sweatpants / sweatshorts and sundresses. Rona is, they started to let some people out the house right about now. The sun is out, it's a little warm outside. So even though the sweatpants, the gray sweatpants probably gonna be tucked away, or if they're not already tucked away, sweatshorts and the sundresses is coming on out. God be with you. Let's talk about it, y'all. Good people, it is your boy, and let's have this conversation. So, I was speaking to a friend not that long ago, the opposite sex, and we were having a conversation about gray sweatpants. Now, mostly because I think I own like 7-8 pair of gray sweatpants, and probably 10 or 12 pair of sweatpants altogether. Now, that ain't even including my gym shorts. That's just the sweatpants alone. And because we're coming out of the winter months, of course I wore them regularly. But I did not know what a phenomenon that it was. I didn't know that there were Facebook pages and Twitter pages, apparently, and a whole bunch of other stuff like that centered around this. And I didn't wear it for the ability to show off anything. I wore it specifically because they're comfortable. They go with a whole bunch of different colors. I can just throw them on, get to the gym, do that, throw them off and move on. Or sometimes I'd run the trails with my trail running team, or sometimes I'm working in them. You know, I'll throw on my work t-shirt and I'll throw on some sweatpants and I'm on the move. So I love my sweatpants. But now I realize that when I'm having a conversation with somebody, I got to make sure we have eye contact around here. Because I did not realize how much of a phenomenon it was that people were pretty much looking at us like a piece of meat around this piece. Now, I know that don't look like Jesus. You over here looking at me like I got something to offer. So, I really wanted to have this conversation because there's so many things about this. One is just wrong, but at the same time, I fully understand. Now, I fully understand personally because of sundress season. I would be a lie if I would say I did not appreciate that season in the year. Sundress season just... It's special. Let's just say that. It is a special time of year. And I'm not gonna act like I don't appreciate it. Now, what I have to make sure of is that I don't objectify during this season, and also that I don't get caught up in this season. I am a single man in America, and Lord knows you got to be careful. So, one of the things, or a few of the things that I want to really speak to you about is this going into these seasons or coming out of these seasons, because you know you got the winter and the fall for the gray sweatpants, and then you got the spring for the sweatshorts and the sundresses going into the summer. And this really is just a conversation about lust. It's a hard conversation to have, but it's a necessary conversation to have. Because we can get ourselves caught up in this season, and it can cost us for a lot of seasons to come. And even if we don't have long-term effects of this season, what it deals with when it pertains to our hearts and our minds, what paths it can take us down that divert us from where we should be and where we're supposed to be, these are critical things that we have to think through. Now, like I said, I love and appreciate sundresses. I'm not going to get on here and lie to y'all and not keep 100 just because I'm worried about any backlash or anything. If you got something to say to me, you come holler at me in the comments. I am more than happy to have this conversation with you. But the reality is that I have to be super careful of guarding my eyes because I believe they are the windows to your soul. What you allow yourself to gaze on, it could be detrimental to your spiritual growth, could be detrimental to your spiritual walk. And because of that, it could affect your marriage. It could affect your current relationships. It can affect how you see the opposite sex, and how you deal with them. To objectify somebody is simple to do and hard to rebound from. And these are the things that my prayer for you is that you have to buffet the body. You have to control your body and how it reacts to things. And I'm in this fight with you. I'm not telling you something that I ain't got to walk out myself. Lord knows I'm walking this out myself. And I surround myself with other brothers and sisters that have to walk out this walk of faith too. Now, the easiest thing that you can do is rationalize it, justify it, and make it a social norm of saying, hey, I had a coworker at one time. He was a country man, and he was just like, boy, that looked like two jackrabbits fighting in a turtle bag. And he was speaking about a young lady in a sundress. And it is so simple for me to allow my eyes to gaze on something that is not mine. Now, if she my wife and she in the sundress, I'm appreciating every part of that. Oh, yes, Lord. Yes, that's mine. I can look at that as much as I want to. But because I'm single, I can't say that. Jesus. Anyway, so my hope for you is that you buffet your body, you're able to control that aspect of who you are, and you don't allow it to control you. And because of that, it won't affect you in ways that could be detrimental to your walk and to your person. Now, ladies, apparently, I didn't realize it was such a big thing as of recent, but apparently you struggle in the same ways as it pertains to sweatshorts and sweatpants. My prayer for you is to do the same thing. One, it is so hard not to ask someone to look at you as if you're just an object, a sexual object, if you are doing the same to other men. Two, it will create norms in your mind that should not be there. Now, if that's your husband, that's on you. If that's your wife, you have to make decisions in your home that cater to whatever your home is. But for me, as a single man in America, now and just because you married, that does not give you a license to gaze at another single person or another married person in them pants or in them dresses. You got to be able to control yourself better. So, I love y'all, man. I just really want to have this conversation, but this is something that we probably gonna need to go back and forth. So, just in case you need to know more, I need one for you to subscribe now. Also, push that like button. Push that like button right now. Push the like button. And hit me up in the comments and let's continue this conversation. Oh, Lord. I know it is difficult. And even though we're having fun with it, I know how many marriages this has probably hurt. I know that it has hurt because we've had these conversations. I know how many relationships this has hurt. I know how many people that now that they're maturing more in their faith, they're trying to be held more accountable in these areas, and I know how difficult it is for them. So my desire for you is don't set yourself up for failure up front. God bless you. God keep you. Do not forget to subscribe right now. Do not forget to like this video right now. And we have way more content and we're having way more discussions with you. Also, go follow us on our other social media platforms. Hit us up on Facebook at Nick Crenshaw Speaks. That's where you want to be. I forgot to put that in the last two videos, but I said at Nick Crenshaw. It is at Nick Crenshaw Speaks on Facebook and _ Nick Crenshaw on Instagram. I appreciate y'all taking a few minutes of your time to have this dialogue with me, please make it a dialogue by hitting me up in the comments. Let's talk about it, y'all, and let's walk it out.
Okay. It's the big rhyme, man. Yeah. Back with a vengeance, the flow is still stupendous. The battlefield and jungle is so gorilla dependent. Yeah. And not to mention the fake is strong and ignorant, still covered like Gary Payton as they trying to steal this pigment. Yeah, this